Hi, my name is Whitney Thompson, and this is My Curvy Kitchen. And today I'm coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm making a super simple, super delicious, and really healthy recipe for white bean chicken chili. To start, you're going to want to drizzle some olive oil in a pot. I'm going to add one Vidalia onion that I've already chopped into pretty large pieces. I love Vidalia onions, so I'm going to go ahead and add those. And I also went ahead and chopped up 2 green peppers. Today I'm using hatch peppers, which are chili peppers, but if you only have bell peppers at the store, you can use those. If you have another green pepper that you're fond of, feel free to use that. But I think the green peppers are the best color for the chili because all the beans are white and it kind of mixes in with that. And the flavor's really nice, especially when hatch peppers are in season. So I'm just going to stir those around and make sure they're all evenly coated in the olive oil. You can see it's a pretty mixture of green and white. And I'm going to put these over medium heat. I'm not going to add any salt or pepper yet because when you add salt to the onion it makes them sweat, and I want it to be more of a caramelized onion. Now while that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and chop up a jalapeno pepper. I love spicy food. If you don't, you can leave the jalapeno pepper out altogether. If you do, go big. There's a lot of room for flavor in this. I have finely chopped my jalapeno pepper, which is important because my mom and sister are going to be eating this chili, and they're not fans of spicy food like my dad and I are. So finely chop your pepper if you're sharing, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pot. I can hear my peppers and onion heating up on the stove. They're starting to sizzle a little bit, so that's good. And while that's heating up, I'm going to add some boneless, skinless chicken breast to the mixture. I'm going to chop it up finely into bite-sized pieces, and then we'll toss it in there. You'll notice this is not just any chicken. This is pure Springer Mountain Farms chicken with Paula Deen on it. I love you. You'll know that the pepper mixture is ready to go when the hatch pepper turns kind of a dull green, the onions turn sort of a translucent, almost brownish color, and the jalapeno peppers are really going to pop into this bright green. And that's when we're going to add chicken stock. I'm going to add 32 ounces of chicken stock to my onion mixture, and what that's going to do is take all those yummy flavors that have been heating up and mixing around in there, and it's going to catch them and redistribute them into my chili evenly. So this is really important. This is where you get all the good stuff. You're probably going to have this sort of brown residue on the bottom of the pot. You'll notice when you're stirring, and that's really where all the flavor is. So that's not a bad thing. That's what you want to make sure you scrape up with your spoon so that it really gets in there with that stock. And now that we have our stock in the mixture, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken. I went ahead and cubed up our chicken pieces so they're bite-sized, and even while they're cooking, they'll probably break down into smaller pieces. But this is a good place to start, and they'll cook faster this way. And this is what it should look like. Now that we have our stock in there, it's a good time to salt and pepper this dish. So I'm just going to let this sit and let the chicken cook thoroughly, and then afterwards we'll add our beans. Okay, I can see that the chicken is cooked all the way through. It almost looks like a chicken soup now, so it's the perfect time to add our beans. I have 6 cans of different varieties of white beans. I have garbanzo beans, northern beans, butter beans, and they're all canned, so they're already soft, which is good because they cook really fast that way. I'm just going to take all of my beans, open them, strain them, rinse them, and then put them in the pot. And what's good about using all different beans is you have different consistencies, different textures, different flavors, and it's so nice to use white beans. I'll tell you, they are so buttery and they taste really rich. Alright, I have thoroughly rinsed and strained all of my white beans, and you can see they're different shapes and sizes, but they're all the same color, so they'll make a really pretty, creamy looking chili, but like I said, it's deceptive. Anything you see that's creamy, you think, ooh, cream, fat, you know, butter, but none of that's in here. It's really healthy and light. I'm going to add these beans to my chicken mixture. And now that my beans are in the mixture, I'm just going to add a really simple bag of chili seasoning. It's going to change the color a little bit. It'll make it a little more red, but it's definitely still a white chili. So just 1 packet of chili seasoning and the flavor is spectacular. And now that my chili seasoning is in there, I'm just gonna mix it all up and let it set. At the very end, right before I serve the chili, I'm going to add some really fresh chopped cilantro. I don't like to add it over heat because I feel like it loses its consistency, it loses that crispness. So I just do it right before I serve it and it keeps that yummy flavor. This smells so good, you guys. All right, so our chili is done cooking and it's beautiful and everything is nice and soft and rich. So I'm just gonna ladle some into this bowl. It's beautiful. I'm going to top it with a good amount of fresh cilantro because I love cilantro. And if you want to get creative, if you're presenting for guests, I think a couple slices of avocado would be really nice on this too. But it's a beautiful bowl, it's healthy, and it's delicious. And if you want to add a little extra something, I'm telling you now, a side of French bread is perfect to dip into this. Mmm. Mmm. Yum. Wow. That is so good. This is seriously my favorite recipe for chili, and it is unbelievably easy to do, and it is good for you, and it'll feed a family of 5, as I'm doing tonight. Once again, my name is Whitney Thompson, and thank you for joining me in the Curvy Kitchen.